the silence within the female community while fostering authenticity, transparency, and healing.
We're your hosts, Latoya
and Maya Dawson.
Let's get started. Welcome to the Becoming Eva podcast, where we discuss real-life issues from a woman's perspective.
Becoming Eva seeks to break the silence within the female community while fostering authenticity, transparency, and healing.
We're your hosts, Latoya
and Maya Dawson.
Let's get started.
Hey! Happy season 7!
Season 7 premiere!
Yes, we are here, y'all. We are back. I know it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a podcast to step to, but we got some shorts. We got some shorts in there, some content over the break. So hopefully you were enjoying that. But we back. So
yes.
How you feeling, Toya?
I'm good. It's been, I'll just say a rough month with starting my new position.
All right.
In school. Kids, they're in school, homework, and all their activities. So just trying to find my balance.
Yeah. It's always rough this time of year, it feels like, because it's just transition mode. Like I was telling a girlfriend the other day, like I always usually sense some type of angst when I feel the summer coming to an end. Like, first of all, y'all, spring and summer is my jam, okay? I don't know about y'all, but spring and summer is my jam. I don't have allergies. So when the weather starts warming up, I'm here for it. My birthday's in the spring. I can live in tank tops and flip-flops all year round. So that's my jam. But when I start to feel summer start to like wind down, I get sad. And honestly, I get a little anxious because I feel like, okay, we got to kind of, get back to the grind, get back to, the routine, start dealing with more traffic, start dealing with, more things being scheduled and stuff. So you're not alone. You're not alone. So take your time, find your rhythm, and, God's got you. Wow.
Yes.
I tell you. So y'all, we got a lot of catching up to do. So we're going to use this episode to bring y'all up to speed. Okay. We actually have a new segment that we're going to start integrating where needed when it applies. But this segment is called What Had Happened Was ... because we got stories. We got stories for you. We got stories. So first off, hopefully, y'all, if you follow us, if you're online paying attention, you know that we had the opportunity to go to Essence Fest this summer. So that was dope. It was a great experience.
It was a really great experience. I had to get out of my shell.
Yes.
Because, I'm like an introvert. I know I do a lot of extroverted things, but I'm definitely an introvert. I don't like going up to people. I don't like starting conversations. Like, I will talk to you if I know you, but that was a little out of my comfort zone, like talking to people. But I got better over the time.
You did. I thought you did great. And as much as people want to think I'm an extrovert, I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I'm not. I have a switch that I know how to flip on and flip off. Like, I've had that, I feel like, since I was a little girl, where it's like, all right, y'all, it's showtime, but at the same time, I recharge in solitude. Like, I am big on, like, one-on-one communication, small groups. Like, I'm here for that more than I'm going to be the life of the party. So I got you. It was definitely a stretch for me as well. We literally were trying to be intentional, y'all, about connecting with people that we feel like would benefit from becoming Eva, and asking them, telling them about our podcast, asking them to follow us, support us. We made a couple connections with potential guests. We got to meet and greet some incredible people. So let's start with day one. Okay. What did you think when we first got there?
Day one, I think I was a little overwhelmed by the magnitude of people.
Yes.
So like, it's a free event. Of course, people are going to show up.
Yes.
They give you all this free stuff.
Yes.
I did not pack right, because if you go to Essence Festival, make sure when you pack your suitcase that you leave like a lot of room for
Mm-hmm.
all the liquids and makeups and
Yes.
all the different free goodies that they give you.
Yes.
I made it work. I still brought it out, you know.
We know you did.
I made it work. I got it in my they were telling people at the airport, the lady, she kept getting on
What?
the intercom and was
Oh,
like,
snap.
ladies, I know y'all went to Essence
Oh,
Festival,
no.
but y'all gonna have to condense those bags
Oh,
into
snap.
one personal and one carry-on. And like you just saw like everybody like that was flying back to Atlanta. You know, we all had our
Yeah.
orange and pink bags, and people were trying to like
That's
fold. They were checking
hilarious.
too to make sure people condensed it, but
A mess.
we brought back a lot of good stuff.
Yes, giveaways galore, goodies galore, y'all. Like for real. I was very impressed given the fact that it's a free event, it's open to the public. You literally just go online and you register. And the caliber of it, the quality of it, it's a huge event. I don't really do crowds, y'all, especially since COVID. I'm like not here for the crowds. So I was, I had my mask ready, but we were outdoors a lot. And quite honestly, indoors in the convention center area, everything is so spread out. So it really wasn't like we were pushed up on one another unless we were in line for something. And literally, there were tons of things going on. So we, downloaded the app and we were like mapping out our strategy each day. Like, okay, who do you want to see? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Like, and there was stuff going on all day. Like literally, we would get there from like we probably get there about 9:30 in the morning and literally just be going nonstop till about 3, 4, 5 at night. So it was a lot, but I mean, you can't beat it considering it's a free event and they just had such great experiences set up throughout, great photo ops, the people that we got to, great artists performing, some of y'all saw we participated in some book sign or went to some book signings. I think the first day we got there was when we saw Morgan Harper Nichols. And
Yes.
so that was amazing. She is an incredible writer, artist, poet, creative. Like, I mean, there's so many different things that she does, but she just does it from such an incredibly authentic place. And I think as an adult, she discovered that she had some learning disabilities basically, and she has found a way to navigate it in such a relevant, relatable way that people just gravitate to her. And so she was there. And then a lot of people don't know that her sister is Jamie Grace. Like, I love the way you hold me, Jamie Grace. And so she was actually there supporting her sister, which I thought was just super dope because she was like, it's not about me, it's about my sister. So I was like, while it's not about her, it's about you. I'm a roll, or not about you, it's about her. I'm gonna roll up, see if I can get a picture, because I know who you are, Jamie. I need a picture. So it was great to just be in that type of setting. It was. We talked about kind of like the writers area, kind of being like kind of our favorite place because it just felt so
Intimate. I
yeah.
love that one.
Yeah, that was awesome. We got to hear some incredible artists. Molly Music was there. Of course, Erica Campbell, D1, Wande. Shout out to
Yes.
Wande. It
Shout
was
out.
She killed it, and it was so amazing to see her on the main stage, like do her thing. So that was amazing. And then,
I think that was my favorite
mhm,
one with Wande and D1 and Erica
yes,
Campbell because I felt like even though the crowd was a little hard because it was a
traditional, yeah,
traditional
mhm,
crowd. They were like kind of looking at her like, "What are
mhm,
you up there singing and doing up there on
mhm,
stage?" But she still went up there and represented.
brought
I'm like,
it,
I'm so glad that we were able to witness this
yes,
because as she continues to grow in her craft, people are
absolutely.
going to recognize her. So I was proud
Absolutely.
of her.
I was very proud of her. I mean, yeah, she did a phenomenal job. Like you said, the energy was there. She was working that stage, killing it. So, and it was a huge platform that she had because throughout the event they had like smaller stages where you could hear different people speak, but then they did a big gospel fest on Sunday, and so that place was packed out with hundreds of people, and she killed it. Her and D1, they did an amazing job. So that was awesome. We got to hear some incredible people speak, and we had moments, of course, because they did do a dark skinned brother panel, a chocolate drop panel, and your aunties. That's all I got to say, Toya. Your aunties.
They were cutting up in the crowd. Talking
Ah,
about, ooh,
yes,
look at that sweat
yes,
rolling down his face. I was
yes.
like, oh my gosh.
This was Kofi Sirobo. I don't know if I'm saying your name right correctly, sir, but from Queen Sugar, he was there. Terrence J was there, so they were going in.
No, turn a little bit this way.
A mess.
Ooh, yes.
Help the people. Great panel discussions. Angie Martinez, Tabitha Brown, amazing. I was upset because I thought I had missed her at first, but they brought her back for a panel. So that was amazing. The cast of Abbott Elementary,
Oh yeah, that was
Shy.
one of my favorite ones.
Oh my gosh, we almost didn't make that one. That was a little rough.
I didn't know Maya was a little gangster. It was a long line to get into Abbott Elementary, and her husband was inside already, along with someone else, and so we cut the line. I'm a rule follower, so I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like telling the people, like, no, we got seats in there.
We do.
Showing them the photos.
We do.
And people were like,
we got seats too. I was like, I promise you, I'm not cutting. I'm telling you, we have seats already in there. And
we cut those people. I was like, oh my gosh.
We did what we had to do. I would say this, it would have been different if my husband wasn't already inside. We also had the opportunity to go with Latrinka, our amazing producer, supporter, all of the above, and her husband, Jerry. So they were already inside. So I was like, okay, it'd be different if we all stuck out here, like literally, but no. And Latrinka sent us a picture of the seats. I was like, these are the seats. They're empty. No one is sitting in them. We need to be in there. So,
I was behind her saying, our spouses are in there telling the people to calm down.
The rule follower. That's what she was doing. So, yes, but we made it in, and that was a blessing because they kind of tell you who's going to be there. So we knew a lot of the cast was going to be there, but at the last minute, they added Quinta Brunson. So everybody was like, Quinta's here. So it was just amazing to hear from all of them. We had the opportunity to do a meet and greet or attend a meet and greet with Michelle Williams. That was amazing. And just hear her journey as it relates to mental health. Like, it was great. It was great.
An awesome experience.
Yes. So, but we got to spill a little tea. So what takes the cake for you? What was our number? I would say, what do I feel like my number one experience was probably that Saturday night at the restaurant.
Oh,
I think that was my top.
Yes.
I think that was my top experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
you can
tell them about that.
It was and we didn't post about this one, y'all. I think Latrinka did, but we didn't post about it because we was trying not to be a little messy. But I gotta spill some tea while we're here, okay, y'all? I'm just saying. Okay, so Saturday night after day 2, we trying to figure out where we gonna eat, where we going, what we doing, right? So we find ourselves at this restaurant inside of a hotel. Was it the Four Seasons?
It was the Four Seasons hotel.
Yeah, and 5-star hotel.
Bougie looking. Yes.
To the point where we're like, do y'all have a dress code? Can we eat in here? Like, it was a lot going on.
Because we had like little shorts on because it was hot.
Very hot.
So like tank tops and shorts.
Yes. So we was like, can we eat in here? And they're like, yeah, come on. So we came in, we walked through. As soon as we come into the restaurant, who do I see? Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, aka Erica Alexandra, over on the side, talking to somebody. And she literally dressed like an attorney, looking, she was hashing it out with somebody. I was like, oh my God, it's Erica. So we walking in, she right there to the right. We trying to keep ourselves composed because we're like, all right, we're not gonna fan out. So we just walking. They took us all the way to the back of the restaurant. We had a nice cushy booth, and we were like, oh, we can exhale and just eat some good food, recoup, all that good stuff. Just re-up. It's been a long day. So all that to say, we ordering food, we doing our thing, right? We just chilling out. So we look up, and Toy, you were sitting next to me, right? You were
Yes.
sitting next to me. My husband was sitting across from me, and then Jerry and Latrinka were sitting next to my husband. So
I had a great view.
you did. We both did actually. So we look up, and who is getting seated at the table right behind us? Jonathan Majors.
And Megan Good.
Yes. Now we didn't realize it was making good afterward, right? We freaking out over Jonathan Majors because he's standing up, he's talking, meet and greeting. Somebody came over, hugged him, whatever, and he was just chilling, tank top and shorts, just chilling. I'm freaking out. My husband's in front of me, like, calm down. I was like, thank God you're here
And
because yeah.
Latrinka's trying to take selfies to
Yes.
get images of Jonathan
Yes.
in the photos.
Trying to be inconspicuous, right? So we are fanning out for real, but trying to hold it together, right? Trying to hold it together. So, like I said, we got there first. We ordered our food already, and they came in after us. They sitting down. So one of the things we ordered is something they're like known for. It's like this whole fried chicken or whatever. And so
Huge.
they do this whole presentation where they like bring it out and they're like, do you approve? Take a look at it before we take it in the back and slice it up, cut it up, whatever, right? So they bring it right to you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And he's like, well, do you want to take a picture of it?
Of course we do.
And then I got a picture with Jonathan. He's looking at the chicken like, ooh, that looks good. And I got a picture. We didn't post it. We didn't. Did we post it on Facebook?
We did not
No,
post
we didn't
it.
post it.
We did not. We were trying to keep it classy, y'all. We did
But
not post
He
it.
was looking at the chicken.
Sure enough, he was
And they
looking.
ordered the same chicken.
Yes, they did.
And I was like, okay.
Yes. So we got a good picture of him looking over
At
the shoulder.
At our chicken.
Yes. So conversation or the night goes on. We're still fanning out. And then we're like, okay, well, who is he with? And so of course it's all kind of rumors that he and Megan Good are dating. And we're like, I wonder if he's with Megan Good. So my husband is like, well, let me look online and see, where she may be posting from, So she posted something and her hair looked similar to the back of the person that, was sitting next to him. So we're like, oh my gosh, I wonder if that's Megan Good. Nobody could tell though, because literally her back was to the backs of, our table. So we couldn't get a good look, right? So on our way out, we're like, okay, y'all, we're just going to have to turn around and look. We're just going to have to turn around and look. Like there's no other way, right? So literally we're, trying to keep our cool. We walk out and I just turn around to like fix my hair, and it was Megan Good, y'all. It was Megan Good. It was Megan Good. So if anybody has some questions, they're hanging out. We can confirm it. That's all I'm saying. They hanging out. I don't know the status of their relationship, but it was 4 people, 2 guys, 2 girls. That's all I'm saying. And one of the guys was Jonathan Majors and one of the girls was Megan Good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So yeah.
That's the tea.
That is the tea. It was an event, y'all, but we had a great time. A great time. So yes. Anything else about the amazing Essence Fest before we move on in?
It was a wonderful event.
Yeah, definitely. We got our shirts there.
Oh
yeah. The amazing Becoming Eva. They actually were doing personalized shirts, so the 3 of us got shirts that say Becoming Eva. So those will pop up.
And I'm wearing it. Wearing it today.
Yes. We had a good time, y'all. So highly recommended if you've never been. I mean, as many years as they've been doing it, it'll be, I think, 30. This was probably year 28. I think maybe they took 1 year off because of COVID, or was it because of Katrina? I think they went online during COVID and they took a year, or maybe they moved to Houston for Katrina. I don't remember. But all that to say, going on 30 years, it's an amazing event. So I would definitely encourage you to check it out. I see why, women make it their annual girls trip. Like it's, you can't beat it. And of course, the city, the food. We didn't even talk about the food.
The food was amazing.
We didn't even, I mean, ridiculous. Like, I'm just going to say, thank God we chose to walk as much as we did, because that at least helped me balance out a little bit between that and the humidity. Like, because it was hot. So between those 2 things, I was like, I'm going to eat, y'all. I'm going to eat because I'm working it off. I'm sweating it out. So, but ridiculous. Yes, we had a great time. I think actually Jerry just sent a link about the the oysters, the grilled oysters, y'all, at Drago's, which was your pick. It was a great restaurant.
Yeah, it was, I think, my top favorite out of all the
Hmm.
ones we visited.
Yeah, it was really good. So great food, great people, great experience. So if you haven't, check it out. Check it out. All right. That's Essence Fest for you. That's the scoop. All right. So one more thing on what had happened was we're in the midst of celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Like literally every month this year, there has been something going on celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Every award show, every talk show, like all kinds of interviews, all kinds of stuff. So I just want to ask, like, do you feel like you've been impacted by hip hop? If so, how?
I'll say for me, growing up, we weren't allowed to listen to any secular music. So I did not start listening to anything outside of gospel until college. Is when I first got exposed to other music.
Yeah.
Which was not technically a great thing, I guess, because I was doing like the R. Kelly, the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. I was gonna say
like
that's what do you call it? Like the Catholic girl syndrome, where it's like when you've been restricted for so long, it's like you wild out. So you wild out basically.
And then I came back. And then, of course, when I met Ryan, I got more introduced into CHH music,
which stands for
Christian hip hop music. And so that kind of brought in my horizon with the different styles of music that edifies God. So I find myself listening to that type of music a lot, like when I'm working out or driving and I stay awake, and I'm like, I can't rap to these songs, but I like to dance to it,
There you go.
When I'm working out and stuff. So,
yeah,
that's
good. Do you have like a favorite artist, either secular or Christian, in the hip hop realm?
I think I would have to go with Lecrae. I think he's still one of my favorites.
Yeah. That's what's up. And the dope thing about Lecrae is, I mean, he's been in the game for so long, but he has managed to evolve as an artist, which is very hard for a lot of artists to do. It's like most artists say, like, they find their style and that's it. They rock their style, and even as they release albums over the years, they still sound the same. Their production still sounds the same. Their flow still sounds the same. And it's like, yeah, that's dope, but I don't know if it's dope for today. But I think the amazing thing about Lecrae is he is still dope today. Like, he's been doing this for over 20 years and he still sounds relevant, and he can go toe to toe with those that may do trap or those that may do mumble, and then he can go into the, and do the backpack rap and do the, kill him with the metaphors and all that stuff. So I could see why you would say Lecrae. I would definitely say him. I would say for me, I really had to think about this. And first off, thank God for Christian hip hop, for real, because I won't say I was a hip hop head, but I enjoyed hip hop, secular hip hop, as a preteen, teenager, even, young adult into college. But Christian hip hop for me, which my husband introduced me to as well, was it was just a great alternative, a very positive alternative to what was already out there. I mean, like I would be, as a teenager listening to Tupac talking about, he talking about I Get Around, and I'm like, I love this song, but I hate these lyrics, like, and so Christian hip hop has definitely been a positive alternative to that, and then I'll even give a shout out to, Bible Break. Mr. Wiley, who like was literally one of the godfathers of Christian hip hop. I remember being like, gosh, I had to have been like 5 or 6 years old. And my aunt, who was in college, she had come across this cassette, this song. It was a Bible rap called Bible Break. And she brought it home to us. And I remember like jamming to it. Like I remember being exposed to positive alternatives even at an early age. It just really didn't stick, I would say, for me until I became an adult, because I was like, okay, I really have to make some decisions about, what I want to consume. So I would say for me, favorite artist hip hop wise, it's got to be L Boogie. It's got to be Lauryn Hill. And I would say that because what I love about Lauryn Hill is she is so multifaceted. I mean, from getting her start in, Sister Act 2, with the medley at the end, joyful, joyful. Like, to me, that was amazing. And then she transitioned onto the Fugees, and then she did her solo project. And like, her solo project came out when I was a freshman in college. And I can tell you, I remember literally walking down the hallway of our dorm and like everybody was playing it. Like, you would get track 8 over here, you hear X Factor over here, you hear Lost Ones over here, you hear Zion over here, you'll hear Doo Wop over here. Like, literally, that album has a page in our yearbook dedicated to it because everybody was listening to it. But I just love the fact that she was so multifaceted, not only as an actor and a rapper, but girl could sing. Like, she was killing it on them tracks. So, like, for her to be able to go from one to the other, like, effortlessly, seamlessly, and with excellence, like metaphors that are ridiculous and hit and runs. And I was just like, okay, all right, L. So I gotta say her. Close second will probably be Missy, but I gotta say her. And Missy does the same thing: sing, rap, produce. So yeah. So all that to say, 50 years of hip hop. 50 years of hip hop. So yes, that is what had happened was. Okay. So let's dive into what's trending.
Yes. Okay.
Whew.
I know you guys have been hearing about Miss Kiki.
Yep.
And the boyfriend.
Yes. The baby daddy. The baby daddy.
Oh, yeah. Baby daddy.
Yeah.
So here's our question.
Okay.
Who's messier, Kiki or Usher?
Okay, tell us why. You got to bring us up to speed. Like, what's the situation?
Okay, so Kiki went to Usher's concert
in Vegas, that residency, fire.
And this, kind of revealing outfit.
It was revealing. It was basically like a swimsuit with a sheer dress over it, pretty much. A leotard with a
And he called her on stage, and they were dancing. And the baby daddy, I guess we'll call him that.
Yeah.
Baby daddy called her out on social media about, you're a mother.
Yeah.
You should not be dressing like that. And so, So people had some opinions about that.
That was part one. So
that was part one.
As a mother, what's your opinion about it? I'm curious. I want to know.
I would not have my tail out there in no little outfit like that. Being a mother or not.
Would you be at the concert with your girls? Like, we having a good time. I think they were celebrating her birthday. Would you be out?
If that was my jam, but I don't really go to concerts. But I think
out with some girls. Yeah, out with your girls. So you would.
I would. I just probably wouldn't have dressed like that.
So it was the attire for you. It was what she had on.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything wrong with her dancing and stuff.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you. How did you feel about how she engaged with Usher? Like, because Usher doing his job, y'all. I'm just saying.
He's an entertainer. She's an entertainer too.
And so he's going to serenade. It was her birthday. He going to serenade. He going to
serenade me.
So you'd be okay with the serenade?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ryan. You heard it here first. No, but I think he said, like, when Traxxas talked about it, if it's her birthday, yes, serenade my girl.
I don't think Ryan would have a problem with it because he's not insecure.
Yeah.
Like, he know I'm not going home with him. Usher don't want my 4 kids.
First of all. And Usher been around the block a couple times. He cute, he fine, he finessed the women, but I don't know who Usher been with, where Usher been. Even if I was single, I'd be like, I don't know where you been, Usher. I don't know about all that, okay? But you're easy on the eyes. We'll give you that. So you don't think there was anything wrong with how they
were dancing?
Okay. All right. So
because it's a concert.
So really it's what she had on that you had a problem with.
I was just like, ooh.
Got it. Okay. So that was part one. Okay. So that conversation or that comment happened and there was a lot of dialogue about it. And honestly, I think she unfollowed him. I don't know if they're even in a relationship right now.
Yeah, but if he saw her before she left out for the concert, then if he had a problem with it,
Yeah.
then he should have said
Yeah.
something then, not
Yeah.
when she's on a
Yeah.
stage,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and then on social media, like
Yeah.
you say something like if I'm wearing something that's
Yeah.
a little bit too
Yeah.
revealing, like Ryan will let me know before I walk out of the door, like,
Facts.
hey, you got a lot of legs out there, like.
Got our legs, sugar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, he will let me know,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or if something's like a little
Yeah.
too snug, like,
Yeah.
you know,
I feel you. And I would say even if, say they were, they missed each other on the way out or whatever, I would say even if he did have something to say, I feel like it should have been said outside of social media, off of social
yes,
media. Like that should have been a one-on-one conversation. Matter of fact, if it was that deep, I would have been texting you, or he would have, like, babe, holla at your boy when you get, when you get back to your room or whatever. Like we need to talk or whatever. The fact that it took place on social media, I think, was just a bit
yeah,
much. So, but all that to say, I don't know if they're in a relationship right now. I did hear that she unfollowed him, and we haven't seen any post or anything with him. Keep in mind, it's your baby daddy, so you got to have some type of relationship with him. But
that's true.
all that to say, that was part one. Okay, so part two.
Part two, a video with Kiki and Usher dropped.
Yes,
I think,
yes.
was this last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there was some, I think some shade being thrown in the
Yes.
video
Now
at the ex-boyfriend.
Tell us what the video is about.
I can't remember.
It's called Boyfriend.
I don't remember the lyrics.
That's okay. I mean, it's, but the overall premise or whatever.
Yeah, and at the end of the video, she says something about being a mother.
Yes, and winks at the camera.
And winks at the camera.
Because I'm a mother.
She was tired or something.
Yeah.
She said, "Ooh, I'm tired," or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm a mother.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Oh yeah, she throwing shade."
Yes. Yes. I have to say, I really thought the concept of the video was very smart. Okay, like the video is called Boyfriend First, because you saw it before I did, and I remember us talking about it, and you were like, I really like it. And I was like, oh, I just feel like they're throwing the baby daddy under the bus. Like they're like,
it's catchy.
Throwing him
It's
under.
catchy.
I mean, it's Usher, But the premise I thought is cool because first I was like, okay, God, is she playing his love interest in the video? That's a bit much. That's messy. Like, really? Are we doing this? But when I watched it, I liked the premise. Like, basically, and honestly, it alluded to what we were talking about with the video. Like, I think a lot of people fantasize about Usher. I think a lot of women, love to, imagine themselves with him or imagine him just in general because you're listening to his music, you're consuming his content. So you have this kind of like fantasy of who he is as a person. And so the video really is about that. Like how, if your boyfriend's looking for me, I'm with you basically. Like I'm in your thoughts, I'm in your mind, I'm in your, I don't know, hopefully you're not in the heart, but all that to say, he's basically in their thoughts, in their minds. And so she's daydreaming about him the whole video. Like it's not like she's his actual love interest. And so when she wakes up and says, girl, I'm tired, I am a mother, like it's basically like, oh, this whole sequence of me dancing with Usher and everything was a dream. So I thought it was a cool concept. I really
thought
did.
so too.
Yeah. But here's the question. Do you think it was petty? Do you think it was messy? What you think?
I think it was smart, strategic, because
okay.
I think they're able to capitalize off of the attention.
Mm-hmm.
So why not?
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Okay, why not? Wow. All right. So if you haven't checked out the video, I'm not encouraging you to listen to secular music. I promise I'm not, but it's a smart video. So all that to say, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Kiki, her baby daddy, and Usher. We'll see. All right, number 2, what's trending?
You can talk about this story about Tory.
Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is a hip hop artist, and he officially was sentenced to prison, y'all. Some of you may or may not be familiar with this story, but I don't know if it was a year or two ago. It may have even been longer, quite honestly. But all that to say, he and I'm going to use the word allegedly for a lot of reasons, but he allegedly shot Megan Thee Stallion, another hip hop artist, in the foot. And there's footage of her limping out of the car, feet bleeding, all kinds of stuff. And so there was a lot of back and forth over this. Like, did he do it? What really happened? All of that. So at the end of the day, he officially was sentenced, and he didn't get no light sentence, y'all. He was sentenced to like 10 years in prison. And so there was, again, conversation around it. Like, did he do it? Should he have been sentenced? Should he have been found guilty? And should he have been sentenced for so long? He did make a statement. He still has not publicly admitted to doing it. And Megan Thee Stallion has made a statement as well, basically saying, for all of y'all that didn't stand with me, So there's still a lot of back and forth over, did he do it? Did he not do it? But I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Well, I think that, I don't know if it was a jury or the judge that found him guilty. So whatever the evidence they had obviously pointed to him that he was guilty.
Yeah.
I think when I was reading up on it, he was drunk at the time. So when you're drunk, you're not in your right state of mind.
Yeah.
And if you have a gun and you decide to pull the trigger, then you have to be ready for whatever consequences follow when you make that decision. So I think there was a lot of bad choices.
Yeah. Oof. Do you think he should have got 10 years though? That's a long time.
I mean, that's why I'm not a judge. I don't know what the consequences are, but apparently he has a track record of having guns or something. So,
and he might. A lot of rappers do, sadly.
So maybe it was warranted. Like, okay, you're gonna have to learn this lesson the hard way. So,
wow. Well, y'all, pray for Tory, because 10 years is a long time. Now, thankfully, he did get credit for time served, so I think that knocked off about a year. And then I think he can be up for parole after 7 years or something, but still, that's a long time. So pray for him, pray for his family, pray for Megan too, the whole situation with violence against women. So just a lot there, but we wanted to basically make sure we informed y'all and talked about that. So all right, and then last but certainly not least, we got Boss Baddie Mamas. They're making it happen out here in these streets. So it's two that I want to talk about particularly. Okay. First one is Riri. We've been talking a lot about Riri, but Riri is doing her thing, like out here doing her thing. She recently launched a maternity line through her partnership with Savage by Fenty. So I was like, that's very smart, very smart. But let me ask you, Toya, would you, in my mind, I always associate Savage by Fenty with like lingerie. Like, would you buy like sexy maternity clothes?
Yeah, because I think when you're pregnant, like you're looking at your body, it's changing, and you feel like you're huge. So I think anything that can like help boost your confidence or self-esteem or make you feel pretty is genius. So
amen. All right.
Sometimes I be like looking at the maternity clothes, like just because I'm pregnant don't mean I just want to look like a sack.
That's real. That's
like,
real. I can see that.
Me some cute stuff.
I could see that. I could see that.
I'm pregnant don't mean I want to look like,
Yeah. Well, she saw a need. She met it. So that's dope. That's really dope. I'm glad. Okay. All right, cool. So, yes. Congratulations, Rihanna. We appreciate it. All right. And then Sierra. Sierra, aka CC. She's back in the news. Two things. She had two new releases. One personally, one professionally. So she's officially pregnant with her fourth child. She's about to be in the Toya Club.
Welcome to the 4-kid club.
She's about to be in the club, Toya. And she's doing it. Like she's killing the game. I think I saw a post of her with like all 4 pregnancy pictures. I was like, gosh, she just like that bounce back game is ridiculous. I'm like, I'm praying for like one good bounce back. I'm like, can I get a one good bounce back? Like, what in the world? So she killing it. So she's pregnant with number 4. And then she also dropped an EP this week. Cece, that's what it's called. And so I checked it out briefly, and I was pretty impressed. I mean, Cece's always had that R&B feel. I think she really was trying to be intentional with bringing that back because everything has been overrun with hip hop. Now, granted, she's got a song where she's featuring Lil Baby, and then she's got another song where she's featuring Chris Brown, but I just thought it was dope. So, but yeah, I am here for the Boss Baddie Mamas.
Yes,
I really
I'm
am.
here for it too. Congratulations. Way to be an example for
That's what.
women.
Yeah,
Like you can be a mom and still be out there doing it and making money and having your own businesses. And shout out to Lil Baby. I love your chips. If you ever listen to this, I tasted those at Essence Festival and I'm like hooked. I love them.
oh, I love it. How many times you done bought them, Toya?
A lot, too many times. I will not share.
That is so funny. I am laughing hard, y'all, because literally we have been back for a good week or two. And just Toy just sent this random text like, "Did y'all eat them little baby chips? They were good." We were like, "What now?"
Because I didn't eat them while we were there.
Oh, bless you.
I was I don't know why I didn't eat them, but when I finally did, I was like, "Oh my, these are good."
Girl, them days was long. I was killing every little freebie I got. I was killing them. But that's amazing. It was hilarious. And then she was like, "Y'all, I went and ordered them from Target." I said, "Toya hooked, y'all. She is hooked." So yes, shout out to Lil Baby for the chips, bro. They good. They're good. Do you remember what they're called, or are they just Lil Baby chips?
Lil Baby.
And it's through Target.
From like Target, Walmart has some, but you got to get them at like the stores that have ethnic people that live around. Because
are you serious?
They're not in like the Douglasville store.
Are you serious? You got to go to the hood?
I order them from the hood.
Oh my! I don't know how to feel about that. I'm like, part of me is like offended. Like,
I cannot find them in any of the non-ethnic.
These little suburban kids know who Lil Baby is just as much as these people in the hood. Y'all need to get them chips out there too. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Not sold in this store. You see it on the app. Not sold in this store.
Not out of stock. Just not sold here. Yes. That's a mess. They got a demographic. They pushing it. That's a shame. That's a shame. Well, y'all, if you can order them, check them out. But they're very good. So, anything else for what's trending? I know we had a lot to catch up on, y'all. Really.
No, let's do top picks.
Yes.
I have been reading this book called Mindset.
Ooh.
And it's really talking about the difference between people that have a fixed mindset versus people that have a growth mindset.
I love it.
So it's been very interesting, and I'm like learning things and trying to like apply it. Like, do I have a growth mindset?
I love it.
Mindset, and just like applying the principles that I'm reading. And then also I'm reading 7 Steps to an Effective Instructional Leadership. And then things that I'm watching. The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Is it good? Do you like it?
I like it. Me and Ryan, we both watched that, and we've been watching Special Ops Lioness.
I was gonna ask. Okay, I think I recorded the first episode of that, but I haven't watched it. Is it good though? You like it?
Yeah, we enjoy that.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Good stuff. I would say, gosh, I wish I was reading something like super insightful and educational right now, but I'm just not. It's
only because I'm in school. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be reading.
I mean, that's great though. I mean, you inspire us all, Toya. I would say I've been doing a lot of podcasting, or a lot more podcasting. I won't say a lot of podcasting, but a lot more podcasting. And I think I actually put this as a top pick sometime last season, but I have really been enjoying 30 Minutes with the Perrys. Like, I've really been enjoying the podcast that Jackie Hill Perry and her husband Preston Perry have together. I feel like they do a great job of tackling not so popular topics or controversial topics in a very non-threatening, like personable way. And I just love the way that they like communicate with each other. Like, they're like conversing as they're teaching. So it's not like, like they're preaching as much as it's like they're conversing, and then you're kind of picking up knowledge and tips from them and wisdom and insight from them as they're conversing with one another, if that makes sense. So I really love that. And of course, I love the fact that they're a husband and wife team. Like, I feel like I kind of gravitate towards couples that are like pursuing purpose together. So I love that podcast. Television shows, well, let me start with, I have a movie and a television show. So television show is, as of late, Will Trent. Like, that one kind of snuck up on me. It's a primetime show. I think they just finished their first season on ABC. And somebody had told me a while ago that it was really good. And I was like, okay, yeah, And I just kind of moved on. But, summer months, things have been replaying. And so I kind of caught the replay. And then literally after one episode, I was like, I got to see what happened next. I got to see what happened next. And before I knew it, I just like kind of watched the whole season in like a day or two. So Will Trent, I think, is dope because it takes place in the Atlanta area. So you kind of pick up on different locations that they're in. And then the approach that they take, it's a diverse cast. I mean, the male character is of Hispanic descent, and his lieutenant or his boss is a black lady, and his partner is a black lady, and then his girlfriend is a white girl. So it's like a lot of diversity. And then just his whole backstory, like he, came out of the foster care system, and just the different triggers that he is working through and how he's learned to cope, even in such a high profile role where he works for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Like, just the different things that they incorporate and how they tie in certain things. So I really enjoyed that. That one kind of snuck up on me. Movie, I will say, the one I want to give a shout out to is The Sound of Freedom. Chris, my husband, and I got a chance to see that movie when we were on vacation a couple weeks ago. And the dope thing about The Sound of Freedom is that you can see it for absolutely free. I'll put the link in the chat if you're interested in seeing it. But you can go to angelstudios.com and type in The Sound of Freedom, and they'll tell you, where you can go and see it for free. But so I love that model, number one. Like, we were kind of studying that whole thing and trying to figure out how we could, implement that and use that for future things. But the actual topic of the movie, it's a tough topic, but a very necessary one. It deals with child trafficking. So he's basically the main character is a federal agent, and he has been putting away pedophiles for the majority of his career. But he starts to really get convicted about like what's happening with these children. Like, I'm taking pedophiles off of the street, but I'm never able to find the children that they have basically been prostituting. And so he ends up on this journey where he goes to find a brother and then locate his sister, and just all the steps that he takes in order to rescue these children. And it was a really good movie. And I say, I think a lot of people are calling it a Christian movie. I don't necessarily know if I call it one. I mean, I think he quotes a scripture at one point and then talks about, God's children not being for sale. So maybe that's why. Of course, it's a very noble topic, like one that definitely needs to be addressed. But I appreciated the fact that it had action. It was real. It was raw. It wasn't explicit. So, I definitely don't take your children to see it, but it wasn't explicit where you feel like you got to repent for seeing it. But at the same time, it didn't feel like washed over. I feel like a lot of Christian movies where it's like, it has to be like Disney-fied in order for it. And I'm like, no, we deal with real issues. So I appreciated the fact that it was like real and relevant and just well done. It was very well done. So The Sound of Freedom, I would check that out. And again, I'll put the link in the chat if you want to get some free tickets or pass it on to someone else to get free tickets. You can donate so other people can get free tickets. Like, it's a dope model. So those are my 3 top picks.
Awesome. And we want to hear from you all. So be sure to put inside of our chat, or you can DM us of any topics that you want to hear
Yes.
about, or any guests that you want us to
Yes.
have on our show this season. Join us next time. We're going to have a life coach. Her name is Kama
Yes.
Green. She's coming from North Carolina, and she'll be joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast app, our YouTube channel, our Facebook and Twitter at Becoming Eva Today. And don't forget to
Get
get
some
your merch
merch.
from
Get some
our
merch.
website.
Oh wait, let me show my water bottle too. Get some like we adding some stuff, y'all, all the time. So get your water bottle. You can stay hydrated. All that good stuff. We got t-shirts, we got tanks, we got dresses, we got slides, we got bags. Like, and we were rocking the merch while we were in New Orleans, while we were at Essence Fest. We got some great feedback. So check it out, y'all. Support
Check
us.
it out.
BecomingEvaToday.com.
And we'll see you guys soon.
See you soon.